Hi, and welcome to the digital job site where the boards are straight, the weather's great, and there really is a board stretcher. And this session will be a little different from the typical digital job site session, which covers carpentry related items. And I'm just going to do a little tutorial on creating some bling for models. And what you're seeing on the screen is some pendant light fixtures that I've created using a number of techniques to get a fairly realistic look. And as you zoom in on these light fixtures, you can see that this bell is translucent to a degree, and then there's textures applied like a bronze type texture on the fitter and the stem and the ceiling escutcheon. And I wanted to just show where we're headed in the tutorial, because the process is a little involved, but this is basically what we'll end up with, is a pendant light with a translucent globe on it. The design isn't really as important as the techniques of getting there. You can use your own design ideas, copy something that you've seen, or create designs from scratch. But putting these in a model really enhances it in my mind, gives it some custom detail to work with. And there's quite a few light fixtures available on the component warehouse. If you go window components and type in light fixtures, you'll get quite a list of different fixtures. But if you want to do something custom on your own, there's some techniques for doing this. You can see in the selection here there's quite a few different things, and right off I don't see pendant lights, but I didn't search for that. So you can see if the things you're seeing in the component warehouse aren't what you're looking for your model, I'll show you some steps that I use to create custom fixtures for some of the models I do for clients. So to get started, I'm just going to maximize or go zoom extents, select this whole thing and just hide it so it's out of our way. And then just going to start over, and I'll retrace the steps that I used to create the model we were looking at. And people that have watched my videos in the past realize that I like to use a drawing plane for drawing complex curves, etc. It gives SketchUp a plane to work from instead of trying to randomly draw arcs and things out in space. So I've just drawn a random vertical plane here, and I think we'll make our globe about 5 inches in diameter, so I'm just going to go 2.5 inches there. So I've drawn that plane plenty big, and then we'll make it 6 inches tall. So down here in the corner of this plane, we'll just draw an outline for the globe. I'm just going to use the arc tool and click on this. So basically we're just drawing a section of what the globe will end up looking like. So we're just going to throw an arc in here, and this can be as specific as a person wants, but I'm just kind of doing a random idea here. And you can see as I click these curves that the line shows up tangent. It shows up in a kind of a teal color when it's tangent and smooth from a previous curve. And it does different things as you move the cursor around, but I just want this little flare shape like I showed in the previous video, or the opening view of this. So we've got a line here that represents the curve of the light. I think I want this to be a little bit wider, not such a steep and narrow bell. So I've selected just the arcs we created. I'll use the scale tool and then just pull this over. This is just a method that you can use to change and edit the arcs rather than drawing and redrawing the arcs. You can throw something in there and then just kind of tweak them around a little bit. So there we've got an arc, a series of arcs that will do for profile on a bell. I'm just going to select that. We want to give this bell a little bit of thickness. So I'm just going to use the offset tool and type in 1/8, and it'll give us an 1/8 inch offset. And then to wrap up this shape and use the follow me tool, I want to draw a little arc down at the bottom to close up the shape. And I'd like this to snap into that teal color, but there's probably something about those two arcs that won't allow it. So I've just chosen a half circle there. If you notice in the value control box that it tells you when it's a half circle. There's a technical detail here. When I offset the line, this line's offset 1/8 of an inch, it leaves this little hair of a line there, and I don't want that in our drawing, kind of complicating things, so I just took it out. So there's a shape for the side of the bell and one method of creating, and I'm just going to stop the video here and we'll move forward extruding this out and coloring it into a bell.